Feedback amplifier, which covers under electronic circuit 2. Here we are going to discuss about its introduction, general feedback structure and its property, and then basic topologies, stability problem, stability study using Bode plot, and frequency compensation. So in the introduction, first we are going to see what is amplifier circuit. An amplifier circuit is simply used for increasing the strength of the signal. Although while amplifying it, the input signal strength can be increased whether it includes information, otherwise information with some noise. This noise can be introduced in the amplifier due to their strong tendency, otherwise stray magnetic as well as electric field. Thus, each high gain amplifier is liable in its output to provide noise along with the signal, which is very required. In amplifier circuit, the noise level will be significantly decreased with the help of the negative feedback by introducing an output fraction within phase opposition towards the input signal. So here the feedback amplifier is defined as an amplifier which has feedback lane that exists between output to the input. So in this type of amplifier, feedback is the limitation which calculate the sum of feedback given in the following amplifier. The feedback factor is the ratio of the feedback signal and the input signal. So here the properties of negative feedback include desensitizing the gain, reduce the non-linear distortion, reduce the effect of noise, and it controls the input and output impedance and also extend the bandwidth of the amplifier. So the basic idea behind the negative feedback amplifier is to trade off gain for other desirable properties. The positive feedback is used in the place of this is the general feedback structure. So in between the source and load, you will be having the basic amplifier circuit with the feedback network. So the general feedback equation covers both a closed loop and open loop gain. So open loop gain is used in the place of amplifier without any feedback network, whereas the closed loop gain is calculated in amplifier with the feedback. So that can be represented as AF equal to output signal to the input signal, that is X naught by Xs can be calculated as A divided by 1 plus A beta. So beta is nothing but feedback factor, A is amplifier gain, and then overall loop gain can be calculated as the product of A beta. So the amount of feedback is given by 1 plus A beta. So here the four basic feedback topologies are voltage amplifier, current amplifier, transconductance amplifier, and transresistance amplifier. So based on the mixing and sampling circuit which is used in the amplifier at the input side as well as in the output side, will determine the types of topology. So mixing has two types, that is voltage mixing and current mixing. Similarly, the sampling has two types, that is voltage sampling and current sampling. So based on the type of mixing and sampling circuit, you can determine the types of topology. So positive feedback is nothing but when the feedback current, otherwise voltage, is applied for increasing the input voltage, then it is named as positive feedback. The negative feedback can be defined as the feedback current, otherwise voltage, can be applied for reducing the amplifier input, is said to be negative feedback. So first we are going to see about the voltage amplifier, otherwise we can call it as voltage series feedback amplifier, because here the mixing will be voltage and sampling will be voltage. So why we call it as series shunt feedback. The next, current amplifier feedback, that is otherwise called as shunt series feedback. Here the mixing is current and sampling is current. Third type is transconductance amplifier. Here the mixing is voltage and sampling is current. That's why it's called as series feedback network. Then fourth one is transresistance amplifier. Here the current is mixing and voltage sampling is used. That's why it's called as shunt feedback amplifier. So first we are going to see series shunt feedback topology. So in this type of circuit, a portion of the output voltage can be applied to the input voltage in series through the feedback circuit. Here it is apparent that the feedback circuit is located in shunt by means of the output, although in series by means of the input. So when the feedback circuit is allied in shunt through the output, then the output impedance will be reduced and the input impedance is enlarged because of the series connection with input. So this is the amplifier where we are going to apply the series and feedback. So here the mixing will be voltage and sampling will be voltage in this topology. Next, the shunt series feedback topology. Here in this type of circuit, a portion of the output voltage can be applied to the input voltage in parallel with through the feedback circuit, by which it is very apparent to the feedback circuit which is located in shunt by means of the output as well as the input. So here the feedback circuit is allied in shunt through the output as well as the input, then both the output impedance and the input impedance will be decreased. This is the amplifier using shunt series feedback. Next type is the series feedback topology, otherwise we can call it as current series feedback topology. So here a portion of the output voltage is applied to the input voltage in series through the feedback circuit, by which it is apparent that the feedback circuit is located in series by means of the output as well as the input. When the feedback circuit is allied in series through the output as well as the input, then both the output impedance as well as input impedance will be increased. So this is the basic amplifier using series feedback. Then last type is shunt feedback topology. Here in this circuit, a part of the output voltage applied to the input voltage in shunt through the feedback circuit is given by the feedback circuit which is located in shunt by means of the output as well as the input. So here the feedback circuit is allied in series through the output. However, in parallel with the input, then the output impedance will be increased, and because of the parallel connection with the input impedance will be decreased. Here the operational amplifier using shunt feedback is given. Now we are going to see in elaborately about the series and feedback amplifier. Say this is the ideal value for a feedback amplifier. Here the unilateral open loop amplifier can be called as A circuit. An ideal voltage mixing voltage sampling feedback network can be called as beta circuit. Here we are going to assume source and load resistance to be included in the A circuit. So the corresponding equivalent circuit is given here with the RIF and R0F including the feedback network. So here the input resistance can be calculated using RIF equal to Ri into 1 plus A beta. Here RIF is nothing but input resistance with the feedback, Ri is nothing but input resistance without feedback. So in this case the negative feedback increases the input resistance by a factor equal to the amount of feedback. Output resistance is given by R0F, which is equal to R0 by 1 plus A beta. So here the negative feedback will reduce the output resistance by a factor equal to the amount of feedback. So this is the practical value. Here the practical diagram is represented including the load which will affect the values of gain, input resistance and output resistance. This is the equivalent circuit of the previous diagram with the H parameter model for the feedback network is applied. So in the feedback network we had applied H parameter model. In the H parameter model we are going to neglect the parameter H21 in the circuit. So that the load effect of the feedback network on the basic amplifier is represented by components H11 and H22. The loading effect is found by looking into the appropriate port of the feedback network while the port is open circuit or short circuit so as to destroy the feedback. If the connection is a shunt one, then short circuit the port. If the connection is a series one, open circuit the port. So to determine the beta value we use the parameter H12 equal, that is nothing but V1 by V2 by considering I1 as 0. So from the A circuit we can calculate the R11 and R22 value. By using that you can calculate the gain A